Hello, beautiful friends. This is Erica with Conscious Alchemy 1111 and Crystal Rose Insights. Here to do an energy update for the collective, energy for Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. First off, welcome to my channel. If this is the first time you're here, I don't normally sound like this. I have been really under the weather this week, so I've been trying to make sure I get some downtime to be able to recover, and I thought I was getting better, and then bam, it hit me and knocked me down again. So I'm on the upswing, I hope. But in the meantime, I really wanted to get this reading out here because I feel like the energies have been really intense. And a lot of you guys are seeking information. Before I get started, so what we're going to do in this video is we're going to take a look at what's going on in the energies with the masculine and the feminine. What's happening currently in their dynamic, what's the progression of the energies. And this is a general reading, so sometimes they will bring us multiple scenarios, sometimes they will really laser in on one specific segment of the collective. You never really know what Spirit's going to bring forth. But we're going to take a look at that, and then I am going to be doing an extended reading that's going to go a lot more in-depth on the union energies, how they're relating to the union, what they're consciously thinking and feeling about each other, as well as guidance for each of them. So if this is going to feel like, if you're going to watch this and this feels like this is your energy and your dynamic, the extended reading will give you the ability to basically get so much more in depth, almost like getting a private reading with me. Without having to wait and without having to pay as much money. So I really appreciate all your guys' feedback on those extended readings. Man, I knew when I started doing them that they would be important, but the emails that you guys are sending me and the feedback you're giving me on how you have gotten so much value from those extended readings just really touches my heart. So thank you to each and every one of you that has taken the time to do that. It really means a lot to me, and I love that I'm able to reach more people through those extendeds than I can during my private videos, simply because my time for those is very, very limited. Plus there's a longer wait for those. So, and then also, you guys, if you haven't seen the videos I did earlier this week, I did one on the distorted masculine and the distorted feminine. It's more of a teaching video for those of you that are possibly even newer on this journey, but understanding masculine and feminine energy, period. This is not about twin flames. This is just basic masculine energy, sacred feminine, sacred masculine. What does that look like? What does the distorted end of the spectrum look like? I apologize. My words are a little bit off today. So that's not twin flame specific. My work spans far more than twin flames. So those of you guys that are kind of saying, like, does this apply to twin flames? Divine masculine, divine feminine, everyone has that within them. You don't have to be quote unquote a twin flame. Those are teaching videos on ascension and awakening in general, how to live the ideal version of masculine energy and feminine energy, and how to understand the difference when it's coming up in the distortion. So I've gotten incredible emails from you guys about those videos, and that it's information that you've really been seeking and yearning for. And I also do know that those videos were triggering for some of you. And Spirit always wants to bring the information that's necessary for you to hear. It's not always, you know, the stuff that makes you smile or makes you, it's more like what you need to know, what you need to hear, what Spirit wants you to know so that you can do the work to grow. So I do know that I'm sure those may have been triggering for some of you. Yet at the same time, I've also gotten so many messages about how, gosh, like I see how far I've come, or I see how I live part of my life in that energy, and I'm so glad that now I've shifted out of it. So again, thank you guys for your feedback. If you haven't checked those out, they are available on the channel. There's one for distorted masculine and distorted feminine. Because this awakening journey, period, is about moving away from the distortion and living in the sacred energy, the divine expression of masculine and feminine energy. So do go check those out. And with that, I'm just going to get started here. and see what we've got going on. If you want a private session with me or an energy healing session, the information is down below. All right, let's get an overall message for the collective masculine. Let's see what is coming up for him today. Polarity again. Wow. He has been really the collective masculine group that I'm tuning into here, and I've been tuning into for the last couple of weeks especially, really going through a dark night of the soul, integrating the shadow side, understanding polarity. This is about facing, he's currently really going through facing the dark of the dark of who he is and how he's shown up in, for example, the distorted side of masculine energy, and really getting an understanding in order to break free of that conditioning. It's important to see where you are falling short from the ideal version, how you have gotten there. So Divine Masculine is definitely going through this really, really intense energy right now. Let's see where the feminine is at. So she gets flow. This is about finding an easier path forward, surrendering the outcome, and releasing expectations. What I'm getting right now is this image of the feminine. Oh my gosh, they're giving it to me in such an interesting way. I'm getting the image of like there being a massive flood, like a massive storm that's been uplifted here in the collective because of what the masculine is facing. The masculine is facing massive dark right now. His dark, the dark that is just pretty incessant. And the feminine, it's like they are both caught in this massive flood, and she's like she's at the top of the crest of this massive wave, and she's like going with it, but she's taken the masculine with her. Like there's something here about there's this massive flood of emotion, massive flood of energy, and she's helping to keep him afloat energetically. She's also caught in the torrent of it energetically. However, she's just like, it's either we don't fight the water, we don't fight the flood, and we go with it, or we struggle and we drown because we're fighting so hard. So we have to go with this, but we've got this. Like I see her like grabbing the masculine and like holding on to him as they're moving through that massive floodwaters. I don't know, it's so crazy that they're bringing that to me, but it's been and again, you guys have seen my videos, since the eclipses, massive breakthroughs happening, big shakeups happening, and things that needed to happen. And again, guys, if you watch my videos and it's not right when I'm recording the video, but the message resonates, that's when Spirit's bringing it to you. My videos are intended to be timeless. So let's see what's going on here for these guys. And I'm actually not going to read reversals unless they specify. I'm an intuitive reader and I'm a channeler, so I'm not a by-the-book tarot reader for those of you guys that are new to my channel. So let's see what's going on here. The Justice card, the Hanged Man, followed by the Knight of Cups, Four of Cups, Six of Wands, King of Wands, Four of Swords, the Devil, followed by the Ten of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, we do get the Fool card. So underneath all of these energies is an energy of a tipping point. The starting of a new cycle here. This is a very pivotal time for many, many, many masculines and feminines. This is about having faith through this process. This is about the moment right before you take a step into the new journey. So this is the fulcrum point that we're at right now. Excuse me, in the collective. So we've got recent, past, current energies and what's coming in here. And I got to tell you guys, this is very, very, very interesting. We've got the Justice card here in the recent past, along with the Four of Cups and the Four of Swords. So what's happening here is the scales of justice are coming into balance. Karma is coming into balance. Things, it's like what's right is going to happen. Because there's this opportunity that's been presented here. And there's but there's also this time for healing. It's like there's a dissatisfaction coming in here. I'm getting drawn to this, and I'm getting drawn to the fact that it's likely the masculine's dissatisfaction, though it could be the feminine's. Some of them could have been dealing with the legal system, so potentially if they're ending a marriage, or that could be part of it. But I feel like more of it is the theme of the Justice card, which is about the right thing happening. It's time for like the facts to come out, and it's time for the decisions to be made, the fair decisions, the right decisions, because there is this Four of Cups with this Four of Swords. So this is coming in after, like, it feels like whatever's happened here has been very balancing for the two. Okay, a lot of it's been been big upheaval, shake up things. And it's the shakeup has caused this dissatisfaction, but also this like awareness of this opportunity. But it has also brought the need to take a little bit of a pause. It's like you know, when it's like your head is spinning. I just need to sit down. I just need to sit down. So that's what the energy feels like here in the recent past. The current energy, we're getting the Hanged Man, the Six of Wands, and the Devil. So there is a standstill right now in the forward progress. However, there's a lot happening under the scenes. There's enlightenment happening. This is looking at things from a new angle, trying to understand the world from a new perspective. So whatever has happened here in the past for the divine masculine, well, and for the two together, has brought about this, like, it's like they're seeing the world from a completely new angle. Whatever's happened here has brought to the surface something that needed to be seen, admitted, understood, or done. And it's a very good thing that's happening. What's happening through this time is what's being understood is the choosing to move forward here with the Six of Wands is victory energy. It's like, okay, I know what I want. I know that I want to go towards my feminine. This can be a card of, it's oftentimes a proposal. So this person is moving forward with this engagement ring, going to move towards making a public offer to somebody, being victorious. So, you know, in this standstill here, this enlightenment, that feels like masculine knows he wants to go towards his feminine. And then we're getting the Devil. So there are some energies here of bringing up the fears and the illusions. Where have I held myself back in the past? This is what the Hanged Man, these are the primary cards, and then these are more the additional messages. So what's being learned right now is, where have I held myself back? Where have I been living in an illusion? You know, again, this is coming back to the distorted masculine, distorted feminine videos I did before. And those of you, I don't know if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. The Lover's card looks an awful lot like the Devil card. Okay, very similar, except it's like two ends of the same coin, right? This is the distorted masculine and feminine. This is the divine masculine and feminine. So see how they're both here, choosing to be here. Here they are chained. They feel like there's this big devil that's in charge of them. But then here's this angel who's overseeing them in the Lover's card. It's divinely guided. Here's the sunlight. Here's, you know, the tree of knowledge, the fruit. Like there's just so much here. And here it's like, this is the distorted. This is fear-based. And this is what they're breaking free of. They're moving towards the Lover's energy. So it's in the process of, through this Hanged Man energy, it's being transformed into breaking free of the distorted versions. And here's what's coming. Is the Knight of Cups. This is, offering this cup of love. Somebody making an offer. Having confidence here. Taking action. It's like things coming to balance. Things needed to balance out in the dynamic between the masculine and the feminine. They just needed to. It was really out of balance before. It's probably it's been the feminine who has been primarily like, you know, not that the masculine's not been doing his work, because he certainly has, but the dynamic between the two in the 3D has been out of balance. You know, divine feminine probably being more patient, maybe giving more, or being just kind of waiting around, and the masculine not. But it's come into balance, and it's led him to really see. It's been like the shakeup he's needed to start making his forward movement here with this cup of love. Because look what happens here. Here's the masculine. Look at this progression. He's emotionally dissatisfied here. He knows he's been screwing up. He knows he's been missing this cup. He's been missing the cup that he's never known he's wanted, because it's never presented to him in this way before. This is all the other relationships he's had, and he's like, yeah, I've had them, but something's missing, and the universe is offering it to him. So he's gone from emotional discouragement and lack of emotional fulfillment here, feeling like there's something else missing, to feeling like, okay, now I know where I want to go. And then here he is taking action in the next step here, taking action with this King of Wands. And then what else is coming here? Is it coming to an end? The ending of the mental challenges that he's been facing. It's like the end of the battle, the 10 of Swords, the completion energy. So when we're getting the completion energy plus this leap of faith. Well, look at this, interesting. There's the King of Pentacles here underneath too. It's a completion, and look at the bottom here. The bottom, this is all the swords energy, pretty much. Not swords, but this is the devil, obviously. But fears, mental fears, illusions, thought processes, limiting beliefs. It's all a progression. This is what's breaking through. Like, he's currently really busting through, the masculine is, towards his feminine, by getting rid of all of these swords that have held him back. So, I tell you guys, very, very interesting. We're getting this here at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to get a card here for where the masculine is in his headspace. He's getting the Star. He's feeling very hopeful. It's also a very important healing time for him. But this is a card of hope. He knows he's on the right path. In his head, he knows he's on the right path. He's like, all right, you know what? I've been dicking around with this thing for a long time. Like, I gotta face my stuff. I have to do my work in order to get, like, the things that I've been running away from. I just have to do it. So in that, it's like, as hard as that is, he knows, and this is his headspace, his conscious headspace. He knows that he's very hopeful about this. He knows if he's honest with himself, he knows this has needed to happen too. It's like, you know what? Yeah. I need to work on my healing, and he's feeling hopeful. Where is he in his heart space? Queen of Wands. So there's a confidence here for sure. And it's with the Queen of Wands in his heart space, he feels like his heart is being drawn by the feminine. His heart it's magnetized by the feminine. She is magnetic. She pulls people towards her. He does also, it's like his heart knows that clearly whatever shakeup happened was necessary. He knows that it's going to pull him towards his feminine. He just knows it in his heart space. He might not be able to say that and articulate it, but he definitely feels that. It's like a magnetic pull of the heart energies. Let's see where the feminine is in her headspace right now. 4 of Pentacles. So she's guarded. Whatever has happened here has made her feel very guarded. She's guarding her heart. She's not quite sure. she knows she wants her masculine, but she also has seen how she has played a role in the imbalance that was manifesting before, or that was playing out before. And it's like, okay, so whatever's happened, she's guarded, and she might not be wanting to make it too easy for him. And this isn't like game playing in any way. This is just, you know, when you touch a hot stove, you pull your hand back. Same thing that's happened here. It doesn't mean that the burn can't heal. It just means like, oh, I'm gonna like pull back for a second here. I need to just, you know, not rushing over to touch that stove anytime soon. Again, random reference they just gave me, but you get the point. Let's see where she is in her heart space. And we get the Wheel of Fortune. So she also knows that this has been a karmic turn of events. You know, we're getting the 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune here, the 10, the completion, the Fool energy, right on the precipice before stuff moves forward. It's like, this is, and I don't want to say calm before the storm, because it's not a storm necessarily. It's just more of like that moment before the curtains open and it's showtime. That anticipatory moment of like, okay, so I'm prepared, everything's done, you know, I've completed that cycle, and now I'm ready to go forward the next one. Like, let's just, and it's that, literally, it's that moment before curtain opens, as the overall. So guys, I love this reading. I love this reading. It's so consistent with what I've been getting with the recent collective readings, as well as my client readings. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and do the extended. So if this feels like this has been speaking to your situation, and you want to get more details on what's going on and how they're relating to each other, like what's what's going on in the dynamic between them, how they're each relating to the dynamic, but also more importantly, what they're both in the process of healing, what they need to surrender, and also the guidance for each of them, how to navigate through this set point, right? What do you each need to know about how to proceed forward? So if this is resonating, you want to join me over there, the link to the extended is down below. Excuse me. And if you want a private session with me, or a private reading, then the information is also down below. And do join me over on Instagram, where I post things over there that I don't post here. It's Crystal Rose Insights over there. And until next time, guys, I send you so much love, and hopefully I will sound much better next time. All right, guys, until next time, I'll send you much love. Bye.